I'm so excited! Yesterday I played in Historic, and it was good to get back into Historic a little bit. And tonight we're here to do it all again because it was just so much fun. I really did have a lot of fun. Haven't really, again, haven't played in the meta since Bloomburrow. The past 3 seasons before that, I was completely focused on standard play. And I am very excited to get into a little bit more historic. So, going over the deck, I did make just a couple of minor changes, nothing too crazy. Still running 4 Fragment Reality, exile target non-token artifact, or enchantment or creature an opponent controls. 3 steps ahead, still running 4 of those. 1 surgical extraction, which I would like to go up to 2. Reprieve, return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. Paired up with Long River's Pull, which essentially is counterspell, but in order to counter anything other than a creature, you do allow the opponent to draw a card, which, is neither here nor there sometimes, but sometimes it can be bad. I have had some good experiences with it though. It'll probably end up coming out. It's just more of a test run just to see, and I know there are better options out there. But I decided to try it. Why not? Bring a little bit of the Bloomburrow into the blue-white control. No More Lies. Of course, this is a big card. When it came out, it kind of destroyed everybody's lives, in some of the older formats. 1 in a blue, essentially it's like a mana leak, but it exiles, so really, really cool card. Godzilla's Flanker. We are going up against a lot of decks that are trying to cheat in, I guess you could say, some really big creatures really fast by turn 2, turn 3. And we have to have some way of exiling the graveyard. This gives us a couple of different options. So it's a very versatile card. Gain 2 life, scry 2, or exile target player's graveyard. It also has flash. Divine Purge is really cool. Kind of takes the spot of temporary lockdown in standard. I still feel like temporary lockdown has a place in historic too. But Divine Purge is definitely, it is a very cool card, and it does buy us some time. Settle the Wreckage for all those decks, all those goblin decks, and all those other, fancy types that rebuild their board state really quick and want to attack in while you're tapped, not while you're tapped out, but while, just recently sweeping the board. Settle the Wreckage comes in the clutch, especially against creature lands and things of that nature as well. Memory Deluge, it, basically is like a dig through time in my book. And 4, being able to look at the top 4 and then put 2 of them into your hand, and then flashback for 7, and then being able to look at the top 7 and grab 2, just really legitimate, I feel like. And blue-white control has to have a way to draw some cards. Supreme Verdict. This card doesn't need any introduction. 4 destroy all creatures, can't be countered. Was thinking about adding a 3rd one. Again, an issue with finding the room. Today we are trying, and of course before I used to run Teferi in my deck. Recently, I have not done so, and I haven't even really ran any creatures. I did have Snapcaster Mage. We do need to find some more ways to put the pressure on. Teferi draws us a card. He is pretty much a win condition. When he ultimates, the opponent generally just scoops after that. Farewell is another way of getting rid of graveyards and exiling, anything that's bothering us that's in play. Devastating Mastery, destroy all non-land permanents. This card is just super good in my opinion. Being able to pay 4 If the 4 cost was paid, an opponent chooses up to 2 non-land permanents they control and return them to their owner's hand, then you destroy all non-land permanents, or you can pay 6, its full cost, and just destroy all non-land permanents. So, it's really good. I was actually thinking about throwing in another copy of this as well. Farewell kind of took that 3rd spot from Devastating Mastery, because we do need another way to exile the graveyard. Honestly, like, I'm very well may rebuild this and throw in some extra graveyard hate. But, and you know, Memory Deluge would have to come out in that scenario. Rest in Peace is what I was thinking about, just maybe 2 or 3 copies in the main, just because there's just, you know, the Ulamog decks, they're cheating in these giant creatures. So I was just thinking about possibly running some main board, or main deck. Rest in Peace. So today we're just going to try this and see what happens. We do have Hall of Storm Giants over here as another win condition. Restless Anchorage, still nothing changed since my last stream with the mana base, except for I did throw in another copy of Land Destruction with Demolition Field, or Field of Ruin I didn't feel like was enough, so we did go ahead and add in a Demolition Field as well. Sounds good. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into some games. I want to continue to see what the meta looks like. I got an idea yesterday, but I really... Let's cancel. Chose the wrong version of the deck here. Of course, leave it to me to just click play and want to go. This one. But I am like really excited to see what else is out there. Mono red is popular in just about every format, so I'm expecting to see some of that tonight. Didn't really see a whole lot of it yesterday, which was surprising. Is this garbage? Garbage. It feels like garbage. Maybe it doesn't play like garbage. Who am I kidding? It probably does. Let's take it anyway. A blue. Here we go. I know exactly what we're playing. Oh. Nice. Arclight Phoenix. Flying in haste at the beginning of combat in your turn. If you cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn, return Arclight Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very nice. Good thing we got the flanker in hand. Faithless Looting again. Ox of Agonis. Or Agonas. Really? This little dude? Not a fan of this little dude. I understand why they're running him. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less. That's great. Wonderful. Not a fan. Okay. Demolition Field is what we want to go with, maybe. Target player draws 3 cards and discards 3 cards. Not quite there yet. Just go this route. We have the 2 Divine Purge. Good pass a turn. Divine Purge, my chaps. Excellent. Surveil. Sure. So we do have the 3 No More Lies, the 3 Long Rivers Pool, as well as sure. As well as 3 Steps Ahead. Would have been nice to have seen those in my opening hand. Just get to watch things happen. So maybe we just exile the graveyard now. Yep. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very nice. High five. Nah. We don't have the 2 blue. Why am I always in this situation? So let's tap this, and this, and do this. What do we want to take here? Take this little thing. Grab a blue. I set it up and then I asked why I did it to myself. But of course that's also kind of how that's kind of how the cookie crumbled. Are they gonna counter my counter? Oh, Spell Pierce. Good job, buddy. Very cool.
Fine. Just have to shock the answers out of you. You get to be my protege today.
And of course, their little 1/1 token can kill the flanker. We could Divine Purge. Need to get rid of this thingy. Well. Can't really attack into this guy yet. Let's just do this.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
Absolutely you do. You gotta work with what's available. That's right. I think I did make a mistake by taking out any type of Planeswalker killer. I guess we could say Planeswalker destruction. Get Lost is just not really what I'm looking for.
Another genius idea by Raul Zarek.
All they need is 3 more. And whenever they cast a non-creature spell, they're putting loyalty counters on this as well.
I thirst for information.
I'm glad they did that. Kind of gives us a little bit more time to get rid of this thing. We do have a couple of spells that take care of it. Treasure Cruise, very nice.
I can invent my way to victory.
Treasure cruise could be good for us too. Phoenix. Supreme Verdict? Because Divine Purge doesn't get rid of it. Let's see what they do here.
Aha! A solution!
Otherworldly Gaze. Up to 6. Up to 7.
Way to victory.
Now they use 3 mana to cast Channeler to be able to block for Rao, I would imagine. Of course, they do have plenty of cards in hand.
I've calculated exactly what I need.
He goes up to 8. Kind of figured they would leave 3 mana open to cast this. Okay, yep. Add another one. They've got a blocker.
Together we can shift the current.
Phoenix again. Settle the Wreckage is pretty nice. He's going to be at 10. And then all of his spells are going to have Storm. So if we had Planeswalker removal, we would be a lot better off. Again, we do have a couple of different things that get rid of them. So that was a mistake. We're going to have to redo it. Of course, already. So we're going to make those changes right after this match. Yep. Resolve.
Time to embrace the local culture.
Prowess. Surveil. And yeah. Hmm. 15 cards in their deck. If we had a Jace, it'd be all over.
I guess there's no way to change what just happened. Back home, I'm called the Storm's Conduit.
So he plays a few burn spells, possibly. He has his whole deck in his hand, I guess. Well, he has, that sounded really terrible. We do have quite a bit in exile. So most of it's in there, in exile. He's got 12 cards. He's so easy to mill him the rest of the way. Okay. Resolve. 3 damage. 3 damage. Solve this one. Go to 4. Prowess on this. Prevail. 3 more damage. That's pretty much game over anyways, because we have to have the Settle the Wreckage for the attack. Okay. I was hoping we could just wipe the board out, but it is what it is. And a Spell Pierce. Very nice. You know what? I'm going to say nice. Good game. Because it was. That was pretty good. So a couple of things. That's another deck that's relying heavily on graveyard play. So we need to be a little bit harsher on graveyards. We need extra graveyard hate. Extra graveyard hate would mean that Memory Deluge would no longer be something we could depend on. Sometimes counter spells just aren't enough. And I feel like Teferi is just too slow. For all these decks now and Historic, Teferi is really good. He's too slow, guys. Okay. We need Fateful Absence, I believe. Could take the Long Rivers Pool out, but I do love that it's a solid counterspell. Don't know that I want to do that yet. Farewell takes too long. There are matchups where it is really good. But, you know, I'm also using Devastating Mastery to clear the board. And Farewell does not get rid of Planeswalkers, which is an issue for me. It does get rid of graveyards, which is great. But of course, waiting that long isn't doing us any favors. That was another reason why I ended up taking Snapcaster Mage out of the deck, because if we need to run Rest in Peace, it is in the sideboard over here, which I was planning on doing some best of 3 later on down the line. So I forgot that it was actually over there. If we throw Rest in Peace in, again, Memory Deluge is going to have to go out. It's still good, even without the flashback, but of course the flashback is what makes it or breaks it. It would just be really nice to have an enchantment in play that just kind of destroys a deck relying on graveyard. Silver Scrutiny could be, but Memory Deluge just has so much value. Go ahead and go back on this. Maybe we'll go down, up this. Reprieve is good. Still felt like this is better. I mean, yeah, we're getting to draw the card, and we're stalling. Settle the Wreckage is good. It's come in the clutch a couple of different times. Memory Deluge, I don't know if I can let go of it, to be honest. Let's try... I can't remember the name of it. I know that... Okay, it's boom, boom, boom. Artifact. And I don't have it. could throw Crypt in there. I can make one. This is another sweeper. It gets rid of so many things. It is definitely worth it to be in the deck. This is really tough. We could go down Settle of the Wreckage. I don't really want to. But if we did, I want to try to stay at 61 cards as much as possible. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's throw it in there. Just as an extra way to get rid of some graveyard things. And I think this is going to have to be okay. I still do really want to try Jace as a win condition. Jace the Perfected Mind is what I had in mind. I wonder if he'd be good. It'd be so cool to run like Jace alongside of Rest in Peace, and I think that's the build that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make a mill deck that exiles their graveyard. I think that's gonna be the next stream. So let's try the build that we have, because I'm not here to just waste your all's time. And I definitely would rather be playing. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Just so many decks rely on the graveyard. For good reason. Most of them are extremely efficient, extremely powerful. So I can't say that I blame anybody for running a bunch of graveyard interaction. Okay, let's try it. Going up against Quirky Turtle.
Scroll further.
So whenever Tameo Inquisitive Student attacks Investigate, when you draw your third card in a turn, exile and return her to the battlefield transformed. So she transforms into a Planeswalker. Okay. Let's see what else they got. I really do want to use some Fateful Absence on this thing. Sure. Just to get the clue token. I understand it. They're making clues left and right with Tameo. They didn't play anything else. They probably have a counter spell in hand for this. Let's try it. They get another clue, so I'm sure they're happy with that. Wonder if we just take this out. I mean, it's legendary. Who knows if they're running 4? And of course, very well could be. Quirky Turtle. Draw a card, you get 2 energy. Okay. Sure. Again with Tamio. Okay, so they are running 4. Let's see. Bounce. And then we do still have Tamio in here. Just get rid of it altogether, so they have no more lives. 3 steps ahead. They have their own fair share of counterspells over here. Okay. Null Drifter. With Annihilator 1. Whenever this creature attacks, defending player sacrifices a permanent. No, thank you. Wrath of the Skies, X and 2 white. You get X energy, then you may pay any amount of energy to destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana or amount of energy paid this way. Null Drifter. And when it attacks. Okay, yep. Let's see. Well, okay. We'll take a win. It always baffles me, though, you know, in these situations. What did I do that caused them to quit? Did I just take too long? That could have been the case. Let's see. Still have... Okay, let's go. Get a little bit of H2O! Well, this is nice to see. Another reason why I like running so many counter spells. Just that I can see them in my opening hand. We're on the draw against Centaur. Good thing we're not running creatures. Let's go ahead and do the plains. Then Glacial Fortress. Okay, sure. Looks like we're going to need to sweep the board sooner rather than later. Another flanker, that's pretty cool. We want blue. Yeah, sure, pass. Sure. Probably bottom that. We'll take that, though. So we have all 6 lands that we need between what's in play and what's in our hand for Devastating Mastery. Cool, cool. Yes, I had fun. They didn't want to play Magic, but I had fun. I wanted to play Magic. I wanted to play Magic. The past 2 games I wanted to play. My opponent did not. Unfortunately. Okay, let's go again. So I'm going to work on a build tonight, and maybe tonight, I don't know, most likely tomorrow. And I really want to do the Jace and Rest in Peace combo with maybe some other key elements for Mill. That would be really cool. Of it. This is not looking too good. We are on the draw. We have a 2-land hand. It's another reason why having an early draw spell is pretty good. We're gonna risk it. I feel like we're gonna risk it. My gut's telling me to risk it. My gut's probably wrong and dumb. But my gut's telling me to risk it, so we're gonna go with it. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of your first upkeep, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library, exile the rest. When you cast the spell, exile target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Wow. I like him. He's pretty good. We need to draw a land. Please, Arena. That is not what I was looking for. Boom. Oh, can't. Didn't even realize that they had the Cavern of Souls. Go ahead. Why not? No problemo. Could really use another land. Of course, it is my fault that I kept a 2-lander. Hey, the bonds. Hey. We're gonna have to. It would be nice if we had 3 blue. It would be nice if we had, or 2 blue. It would be nice if we had 2 white. We're definitely gonna have to cast this. No question about that. Let's pass a turn. We're gonna take 5 here. So this says, when Ugin's Labyrinth enters, you may exile a colorless card with mana value 7 or greater from your hand. Tap, add colorless mana. If a card is exiled with Ugin's Labyrinth, add 2 instead. Return the exiled card to its owner's hands. Okay. Go ahead and attack. Sure. Take a whole 5. Get rid of the cavern. We should have gotten rid of this. But I don't like this either. Really, we gotta get rid of both of these. Oh, this is the level where you can, like, crack these rocks over here and reveal blue magical things inside. I think that also breaks. Sure. I think this breaks too. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm imagining things. Wonderful. Not a land. Purge all this out. Never keep a 2-land hand. That's the moral of the story. Do we Divine Purge again? And make him annoyed? Do we play the Flanker? Gain a couple of life and scry? And have a blocker? I think because we have to discard a card. And we could have waited to do this. Gain 2 life and scry 2. Ooh. Supreme Verdict. Can't play it. We can play this. Hey. Let's go ahead and put these on the bottom. We need a land. Survey says. Scry 1. No problem. Yep. Do all the damages. So this costs 7. We get hit for 2. Risky. If only we had 1 more mana. Devourer of Destiny. At least it buys us some time. Not too much. So this will do a damage to us. That does a damage to us. And then do they play 1 more or have a burn spell? Okay. If only. You know, I'm almost considering having Union of the Third Path in this deck. As crazy as that is. All I need is one more damage. I just want to be annoying for a second. Just for a second, be a little bit annoying. So we definitely want to take this out. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, it is going to allow them to draw a card. But what choice do we have? It'd be nice to gain a little bit of life. In this situation, Union of the Third Path would be pretty sweet. Could really go for a Union right about now. So that's 9 mana. So they would have 4 more open. I think we just do this. Well, we should have done this. My bad. Let's see. Enters tapped. This is what I meant to do. Of course we didn't do that. Go me. So I think we could draw 3, or draw 2, my bad, not 3. Pay 3, draw 2. Not pay 2, draw 3. I mean, hey, that'd be great. Okay, so we hung on for as long as we could, and we were as annoying as we possibly could be. To a degree. Aside from me misplaying my counterspell. Whoops. So Flanker does allow us to gain a little bit of life. Boom. Flanker. As well as Union would be a really cool addition to the deck. So Union of the Third Path. I use it in Standard, and man, it's pretty good. There are other ways to gain life, but being able to draw and gain. I mean, there is another one that draws and gains, but Sphinx's Revelation. You gain X life and draw X cards. X white and 2 blue. It's just so expensive with how fast everything is right now. Memory Deluge feels expensive. At least Devastating Mastery, you can also cast this for 4. Farewell feels extremely expensive. With the way the current meta is going and the way it's set up. Teferi also gains us some life. Let's see. Having another reprieve, or a couple of reprieve, would be good. Still feel like torn out of script is awkward, but man, it's gonna be so good when we need it to be. Especially not costing us anything. So we have 4 different ways to exile graveyards, which I feel pretty comfortable with. We could just make all of our counter spells 3-ofs. And then maybe we could do I was thinking 1 union. I feel like if you have to union, you're kind of like dead anyways, but I do feel like it's kind of, I mean, we have to stabilize. That's kind of what blue-white control is built on, is being able to stabilize. So, with that being said, I'm always complaining that, you know, we need draw spells in a lot of situations, and I don't really want to go down the memory deluge. It would be nice to have at least 1 copy of Union. Where do we put it? That's the biggest question. I'm gonna have to do a lot more with this, guys. And I do, again, like, if you've watched any of my past streams, you know that I get ahead of myself. I don't give myself enough time and enough games. It's just, if I lose, I make adjustments for that deck, and then I think about all the other decks that I've played. And then, you know, every time I lose, I look at why it happened, and then try to fit other things in. Don't have any really early interaction. It's always an issue. Okay. Hallowed Fountain. Sure. We got a Luris over here. Luris of the Dream Den. 1, and then you can pay either white or black for either one of those white-black mana symbols to cast them. 3/2. Each permanent card in his starting deck has a mana value of 2 or less, so that's always nice to know. We know they're on aggro, and we know that each permanent costs 2 or less. So that's perfect. What you got over there, Mr. Idea? What's the big idea? Amtraptor. And it's exactly these decks that make me want to run, like, temporary lockdown. Well, we have the mana in hand to be able to Supreme Verdict on the following turn. At minimum, we're taking 6 here. Well, we could always Fragment Reality on the Raptor after they attack. Unlucky Witness. Drew a couple of cards. What you got? What you got? Sweet. Okay. Well, let's go this route. Gotta love it. Very efficient deck, though. I will say that. Extremely efficient. Bombardment, Marionette Apprentice. And this is one of those decks that, you know, doesn't take a whole lot to put together.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
So play the untapped land this turn, play the tapped land this turn, so we can play this one next turn, and then do this. Okay. That is the play for now. Me and him's friends. I have to give him a hard time when I see him. Come on, Mr. Idea. We don't have all day. We have people to save and things to do. Goblin Bombardment. Sacrifice creatures to deal damage. Yep. Ways to gain life. Efficient ways to gain life. Union of the Third Path definitely comes to mind. If he plays... He could play enough creatures and sacrifice enough creatures, I guess. Yep. Non-land card. 3 life. Exile 5 other cards.
Into the fray.
Everything does damage to us. Boros aggro is definitely kicking our butt right now. They can sacrifice all 3 of these creatures in response to this and get us down to 2 life and then probably burn us out on the following turn. But it's our only play. So, Union of the Third Path.
unchecked.
He only has to do 2 damage. And they have 33 cards in hand, which would mean that a couple of Jaces could wipe this thing out. Or 33 cards in their deck, sorry. I do think that would be really good. They're also relying a little bit on graveyard strategies here in this deck, so plenty of graveyard strategy. Okay. This will gain us a couple of life. Could also block this thing. But we also need to be able to draw some cards. But, sure. That would have been great to see a turn ago. Okay. Pass turn. Replaces itself on top. I feel like we're just being more annoying than anything, and I'm not really sure why we didn't go ahead and throw at least one Union of the Third Path in the deck. I feel like part of me is I'm telling myself that it's ridiculous, is basically what's going on. We're gonna have to block with one of these. Thoughtseize? Man. So this is he's gonna deal 3 damage to us. If we counter it, it doesn't really matter. We're still getting hit for 3 life. Good game, but I'm still gonna do this anyways. It was fun at least to take that thing out for you know, a turn. Okay, so Union of the Third Path feels like and of course, if you keep up with any of my streams or have watched any of my series, you know that I like to bring you guys along for the ride of making some changes. So, Flanker is good, of course, for graveyard. Gains a life, allows us to scry, and it's a body. We could... I really like all of this right here. We do have Fateful Absence, Reprieve. I mean, all of that looks good. Fragment Reality. It all looks really good. We never really see this. I wonder if we just go ahead and do that. Would like to see another one of these too. Could take this out, throw this in, pick this up. Could do that. Take this down, throw a union in. I don't like it. Throw a couple of union in here and just see like if we can make the room. Two union. I really don't want to take the crypt out. There's a strong reason why we have the crypt in there to begin with, so I don't want to do that. 3 steps ahead. Wouldn't mind that being a 4 of. We could make some room here with these. I really do love having the Long Rivers Pool in there though. You know what? Between these two, let's just do that. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to look for some really good draw spells. I'm going to look for some life gain. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can actually build a deck with main board Rest in Peace. So then that way we can play Jace, mill our opponent, and theoretically, as we're milling them, all their cards are being exiled. Now this is more what I'm talking about. Some earlier interaction. Ruzark. We're gonna keep 7 here. Ruzark, okay. Hall of the Storm Giant. We want to pass. Devourer of Destiny. That's a hard word to say for me. Devourer. Devourer. Devourer? 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 Ugin's Labyrinth. We have the Field of Ruin. Go ahead and imprint that bad boy. Oh, we've got another one. Yep, let's do this. We already know what we're facing. We're going to be losing a bunch of life due to Eldrazi creatures. This was a good draw. So, pass the turn. And we'll grab a white source. Another Field of Ruin. Ruzak. Eldrazi. Playing all them Eldrazi's. They're gonna do a bunch of damage to us with them their Eldrazi's. No more lies. Dang. Hansel. Let's take this out first. Oh, we can't still. Let's do this. Deserted beach. And pass. Mind Stone. This has been a minute, old buddy. Sure. I think we want that. Let's see, land. Let's see, do I want... I don't think I want this. I want more gas. More gasolina. We want to push the gas pedal down. Attack all in. Okay, and in the turn. Yes. Wampus Aberration. Hello, Major Wampus. I don't like you too much. So we play a white, attack all in, with our big, scary 3/1. Smack the ring around a little bit. Another cavern over there. That's no fun. Let's get rid of this too. Is that the play? I don't like that over there either. Of course he's at 4 mana. But this thing taps out of mana as well, so we're at 5. And it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to play this on it, right? Okay, sure. Let's do that. No, we'll just do this, I think. And then we have the Wampus on the battlefield anyways. So that didn't really work out for us too well. And that's the bad thing about it sometimes, you know? Sometimes it just works out that way. So let's see. Okay, let's attack in. Yes, go ahead. Another one. We need to draw a card, an extra card anyways. Now we could draw a couple of cards. We need to do something with this. We need to draw a couple of cards. Okay, we need the land so we can activate Hall of Storm Giants. We also need... We don't really need 2 Divine Purge. So there we go. We don't really need the crypt either, to be honest. Okay, that's pretty good. So we attack in. And then... maybe we go ahead and Field of Ruin here. Alright. I feel pretty comfortable. They're not gonna attack us again. Okay. They are going to attack us again. Okay, I don't understand why they would. It doesn't really make any sense. Because they just lost. What can I say? We all make mistakes. I don't think he realized that I had a creature land over there in the corner. So we're still Platinum Tier 2, going back and forth a lot in Historic, which, you know, going back and forth in Historic and Platinum is not where we want to be. And of course, we're still filling out the meta, trying to see what's what. That was a pretty good win for us against Eldrazi. The deck felt a lot more smooth during that game. I'm hoping that it continues to do so. But man, main board, Jace Perfected Minds, and Rest in Peace would be... it'd be... oh gosh, it'd be so sick. And I'm sure other people have done it. But, I just think it would be amazing. We need some earlier interaction. We have 2 sweepers, some life gain. We are on the draw. Okay, hopefully we draw into it, because it could always be worse, right? We could end up with a 2-land hand. There we go. So, feel a little bit better about that. I love this battleground too, or this arena, whatever you want. Well, I guess it's an arena, right? I love this arena. It makes me feel good. Alright. Watery Grave. It's a very positive environment. We've got blue, black, and red. What is that? Grixis, I believe? Ooh, Liliana of the Veil. I don't think so. Get out of here. Okay. And a lot of times in Historic, that's all it takes to get a victory. They're like, okay, what am I playing against? Blue-white. Is it control? Yes, it is. I don't have time. Boom. Gone. Done. Take the win. Have it, please. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Click a phase in either player's phase bar to set a stop there, letting you take an action the next time the game reaches that phase. Yeah, sometimes, so I've done it on accident quite a bit, and it gets on my nerves. Clicking the little stop signs on, you know, when you're trying to target one of the players. I've done it so many times, it always gets on my nerves. So some earlier interaction and a good amount of lands. Mishra Sea Bass. Love the name. Okay. We start off with Hall of Storm Giant. Hall of the Storm Giant. Oh, we get to break apart our pillar of whatever. Yes. Take whatever you want. Thoughtseize is probably the most powerful card ever printed. I mean, unless in some, you know, universe there's a version where it doesn't deal 2 damage to you, and or maybe it has a Phyrexian mana symbol in it and that's it, so you can choose to pay the 2 life if you want to, or maybe it just costs nothing. Alright, let's go with this. Thoughtseize, I'm not saying Thoughtseize wins games, but I am saying that Thoughtseize is probably the most powerful card. Just being able to take your biggest threat out of your hand, a combo piece out of your hand, just disrupt your entire... I mean, look at this. Okay, so this is what is this? White, black, red so far. Maybe, since we're going to lose a card anyways, we just do this and try to draw a card. And then they replay it. Okay, no problemo. Now at least we have our counter spells, we have our mana for our counter spells ready to go. Ready to go. Oh my goodness. Thoughtseize after Thoughtseize. Let's draw a couple of cards off of this, maybe. It's kind of pointless to counter it because that's what they'd take, so we're gonna draw. Let's see. Probably keep Field of Ruin as well as this. Get rid of this guy. We don't want our lands dealing damage to us or having the... That's kind of the reason why they're in there too. Like if for those easy discard decisions. Oh, here we go. So, flying and lifelink, creatures entering or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Well, that's good news for me, because that's annoying. So if they have another discard spell, I guess we deluge in response. Try to grab a couple of things. Okay. Everybody's on Kroxa. We need to find something that deals with graveyards. Excuse me. A couple of things that deal with a little bit of graveyard hate would go a long way. But of course, this would be okay too. Another... Well, okay, we have 6 lands altogether. Let's take these. Sure. Let's see, probably want to get the body down. Okay, pass the turn. Mishra Sea Bass. I love the name. Mana Confluence. What a terrible land. I mean, yeah, okay. Add 1 mana of any color. But you can't tap it for anything without taking damage. Of course, this does have lifelink, so I guess they mitigate that somehow. Yeah. I should have done it before attacks. That's my fault. I got carried away with talking about Mana Confluence. Fragment Reality. What do we get? Okay. So now we have to... We could just get rid of a land and take the 3. Okay, cool. We have cards that deal with these things. One more land gets us to this. Okay, let's pass the turn. Hushbringer. 1 and a white. A 1/2 liar with a lifey link. Pretty cool card. And it is a fairy. Yes. Go ahead. But what else you got? Okay. We need a land. Would be nice to go ahead and have the map token and try to get to that other land. Or, of course, it would be nice just to draw, you know, at least one of our sweepers to be able to get rid of this. I mean, 3 damage isn't really much of a clock in Historic, but it's still a clock. Let's see if we can just block one out. Path to Exile. And now we're even further away from this. There we go. Get to draw a card off of it at least. Another land. Pop the token now. Grab ourselves a card. Still not what we're looking for. Cycle. Okay, cool. Take 3 more damage. Go to 7. Still not what we're looking for. Let's see. Let's go with white. So now we're in this situation to where we can, excuse me, where we can pass this. All right, let's just pass a turn. I'm kind of okay going to 5. I'm not really all that comfortable going to 4. But we're gonna let it happen. Alright, finally we get to cast the one we've been waiting for. So, Supreme Verdict, Union of the Third Path. I think those two are definites. Ooh, that's a good one too. So we could Union and Verdict. So Union of the Third Path is definitely a card to play in Historic. Who knew? I really didn't think it was gonna be too good, but all the situations that I've been in just kind of call for it. And yeah, let's get rid of everything. They have 8 cards in their graveyard. Okay. Now that I'm tapped out, I'm sure they're gonna do something like Croxa again. What have you got in your hand over there? Cool. Cycling for 2 on Earth. Actually, that's not a bad card at all. Return target creature card with mana value 3 less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So now we do this. Play the Crypt and exile the graveyard. There we go. Enters or attacks, it does 3 damage. You gain 3 life. Okay. So Path to Exile is in their hand. Got to be careful with that one. One, two, three, four. So we'd have to tap completely out to start activating our Hall of Storm Giant. So we're going to pass a turn because they have Path. That's not going to be very good. I feel like we just go ahead and counter this thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and counter this. Cycle. Am I really scared of anything over here? No. Okay, we can gain some more life. I guess we could force this out of their hand at some point, but I am kind of worried about what they're going to draw. That's a turn. So they did nothing. Okay. Well, that's perfect. Gain some life and then gain some more life. And scry. Let's do this. Both of these to the bottom. Sure. Okay. Attack with flanker. So you're going to hold on to the path to exile because of the storm giants over here. And that's perfectly fine with us. And we have a counterspell now, so a solid counterspell. Definitely looking a lot better now. And all because we were able to stabilize. We got the graveyard hate that we needed. We were able to stabilize with Union and Flanker. And we're getting some damage in with Flanker now. Okay, cool. Another land. And now we can gain 7 life and go back to 14. We'll wait a turn, since we have a land in our hand as well. Okay. Mishra Sea Bass. Not doing anything again. Okay. Wow. Perfect draw. Let's go ahead and gain some life. And throw this in. Let's get our attack on. Why not? We still have our 5 mana open for 3 steps. Sure. We can't do anything to stop an ability. You go right on ahead. Nothing again. Okay. Play the lands. They don't do anything to stop the attack again, even though they have path in their hands. They're down to 11. Building up cards. Okay. We're building up land as well. We can match you on that, Mishra Sea Bass. Very intense game, as always, it seems like anymore. Counter it. Okay, you went for that. They still have 3 open. Counter it. Thank you for tapping out. Now counter it. And let's free to token us a copy as well. Okay. Sure. So the smartest thing to do they're gonna take out these. So I think fragment reality on this. And then fateful absence on this. And then just attack in. Well, how about we do this? What you got? Sure, I'll search for a land. Alright, well that was an epic game, guys. That was an epic battle. That one was really exciting. Got a few wins tonight in Historic with Blue-White Control, doing a little bit better after we made a couple of changes, and we're going to continue to make those changes. Union of the Third Path definitely saved us, along with Flanker. Tornad's Crypt was huge in that game. The owner of target spell or non-land permanent, just on top or bottom, sudden setback. Sure. Alright, so let's jump into another game. That was a pretty exciting one, and it was so close, and we just kind of, you know, it was like we were playing Texas Hold'em and the cards shooting out of our sleeves anytime we needed them. But hey, it worked out. We again have some earlier. We're up against Luris, so we know that this is going to be huge with Divine Purge. And we can draw some cards once we get a little bit further along. So turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Pretty good curve, good amount of land. We got our colors as well as a field. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know what else we could really ask for besides like a counter spell in place of one of the lands, which we have Reprieve, so I feel like it's pretty good. Anchorage first. Demir. Okay. Whenever a permanent becomes untapped, the controller mills a card. No problem. So this is going to come into this. Well, let's do this one, actually. Another orb. Okay. So do we want, I guess, just white? Yeah. Pass a turn. So Urto is gonna have to mill a bunch of cards. Because we're not playing anything. So we're just playing lands and passing. You're doing all the fancy stuff and milling yourself out, buddy. Can't help you there. So, Field of Ruin, pass a turn. What else you got? Okay. Yep. Sure. My win conditions are on the battlefield. And they cost 2 apiece. I kind of want to wait for our window. So by our window, I just want to, I want them to go ahead and tap some lands. I want them to make a play or two here at some point. I definitely want to be able to cast this. We could hold up a counter spell after casting it. Be nice to draw another land. Yep, resolve. Okay. Let's try to do this now. I know they've got the counter spell. They have to. They've got to have the other counter spell. They have another drown. Okay, resolve. Ruinous Crab could be an issue for us. They have 2 in the graveyard. They have Surgical Extraction as well. 2 drown. I don't know what other counterspell they're running. So Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Yeah. So this is kind of like, what I had in mind, but just with Jace's as well as Rest in Peace. Oh yeah. And this is what I mean by like having Jace main, you know, in the historic deck. Just that would be really cool. Yep, they're gonna play Glimpse the Unthinkable with Founding of the Third Path. Boom. 32, and then what? 10 more. So Tasha's Hideous Laughter, half of that, and then 10 more after that. So it'd also be nice to have a way to pull our graveyard back into our library. That would be amazing. They're tapped out right now. Ruinous Crab. I mean, they're getting pretty close there too. I have email 4, I go to 5. And then I will mill 3. Okay, so it definitely needs something in there that allows us to shuffle our graveyard back into our deck. So, I want to jump into one more game, guys. I'm getting pretty tired. It is 3 a.m. after all. I keep telling on myself in all my streams, Historic Ranked, play one more. I'm trying to stream more so like during the day between the hours of 3 to 5, 3:30 to 5:30, somewhere in that realm, maybe even earlier. I don't really have a whole lot of followers or subscribers at the very moment, and I don't have a set stream schedule. So, you guys just let me know. Like if you find my videos. And I talk about this on a lot of my streams, but just let me know in the comments. You know, hit me up in the chat when I'm live. You know, I will do my due diligence to stream between the hours of 3 and 5, or 3:30 to 5:30. I would say more so like 3:30 to 5:30, Tuesday through Friday. But please let me know. Let's see. I think we're up against Blackman. Why would you do that? 2, 3, 3. Sure. Get some water. But you know, trying to build a community and trying to build like a following doing live streams is tough because of all the analytics that are involved, trying to figure out when, you know, people are on that are interested in watching, you know, Magic the Gathering for one. And then of course, like you have those niches or niches, however you want to say it, with what people are wanting to see. and I just kind of play whatever I want to, um, and as of right now. But I figured, doing some standard, doing some historic, just jumping around into whatever I feel like doing for the day is fine, especially due to the fact that I don't really have much of a following. And, I'm fairly new to streaming. I've only been doing it now for, this is only my second, last season was my first season streaming MTG, so I got a long way to go. So no complaints here. This isn't, it's meant to be like me whining about it. It's more so just informing everybody that, I'm just kind of in the process of trying different things. Just trying to see when viewers are more active and those types of things. And it is a good thing. Okay. It is a great thing that we have Divine Purge. Cool. So let's pass the turn because we do have a union in hand, so we can gain a little bit of life to make up for the life lost. We do have a flanker as well to gain a couple of life off of. Okay, search your library for a basic, put it in your hand. I think they have what, like Craterhoof Behemoth or something like that. I think Craterhoof was one of the win conditions that they had in the earlier versions of elves. Oh yeah, I remember Warmaster. It's hard to forget that dude. Okay, another Mystic. So they pretty much dumped their entire hand out, which is good for us. Okay. Collected company. Sure. Indestructible. Sure. Gain some life now, because why not? Divine Purge the field. But again, lockdown would be pretty cool. Temporary lockdown would definitely handle. Of course, I don't know. Are they running? I have to check some deck lists out and see like what percentage of players are running enchantment hate. So I love all the Field of Ruin, not necessarily against, a mono green deck over here, running nothing but forest cards. So this one, other elves you control get +1/+1. Okay, go ahead. We're probably just going to draw a couple of cards off of 3 steps. Okay. This guy is pretty ridiculous. So of course, the ability is going to resolve. There's nothing we can do about that one. Just a collected company. Of course, everything in their hand is exiled. Let's see. So sure, resolve that. Definitely going to have to draw a couple of cards off of this. See, what do we want to get rid of? Probably, I mean, I want to keep as much removal, I think, as possible. It would be nice to have another way to draw, but we have that in Flanker. I guess Union. There we go. That helps. Grizzled Huntmaster. He's an imposter. He is no elf. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy on the following turn. For 1 white. I need the 2 blue for this. Okay, pass the turn. Wait until they go into attacks. Okay, they have 5 mana. Elvish Mystic for 3. Not really too worried about the Elvish Mystic. And that's the thing about running Divine Purge against mono green. We really need... Well, let's just say this. There is a reason why I had so many sweepers in my deck to begin with. And this is one of the reasons why Elves is up there, because once you make arrangements in your deck for best of 1 for everything else that's in the format, that's in the current meta, you're like, okay, well, I don't have nearly enough sweepers in my deck for Elves. So, there goes that. So now we'll take this out of here. Okay, and then so this is creating 1/1s. This is pumping them all up. Let's take this guy out of here. Sure, collected company, why not? I really wish that they were playing some non-basic lands. That'd be extremely helpful. So is it going to let it happen? There we go. We still have 1 more chance. Oh, boo. Okay. So 2 of these. And this. Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 22. I'm sure they could do a few more damage to me. It's not really gonna matter. We'll gain the 2 life off of this. Dang. Alright, so at least we have 1 blocker. And, they can attack for 22. Sure. And we don't have a way to counter. So we should have went the other way with it. Again, it's late for me. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just spitting out facts. Alright, Elvish Mystic. 12, 16, 26. Now it's 26. Okay. Yep. Sure. They're down to 32 cards. This is what I'm talking about. Like if we were at, I'm just saying, if we were at 2 more mana and had 2 Jaces in hand, still feel like that would be, oh, I can't wait for that. So do we find the sweeper or do we not? That's the question. They're gonna attack for 14? Oh, okay, I see. I'm just really curious. I know that we, don't really have a chance here, but I am extremely curious as to what we're actually gonna be getting up to this turn. If we do have a chance of sweeping the board next turn, that alone, even if we lost the rest of it, that'd make me happy. I know we don't have a snowball's chance here, but might as well just let them play whatever. Wow. Yep. Untap it again. Absolutely. And this is exactly why I had so many sweepers in my original version of Blue-White Control. And sure, we'll let that resolve as well, no problemo. Crater Hoof. Yep. Okay, and that's exactly how it ends, is with Crater Hoof. Alright guys, so we're going to try to end it on a win. I'm trying to keep this as close to 2 hours as possible. Kind of weird that I didn't see more sweepers in there. And I almost feel like we could be better off in some situations. I mean, there are some artifact decks out there. We could come down on a Divine Purge. We're gonna need more, especially when it comes to elves. So this comes in the clutch, we know that. Fragment Reality does a lot of really awesome things for us. Long River's Pull is just a solid counterspell. Getting rid of a creature for 2 blue, gets rid of anything for 2 blue. Which, now that I say that, okay, yeah, not legal in the following format. Just wanted to make sure that it still wasn't. So since Counterspell is illegal, this is the closest thing that we have. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. Again, Mana Leak, but it exiles, pretty awesome. This is basically like a 5-cost Cryptic Command, which is pretty cool. Not exactly, don't get me wrong, it is not Cryptic Command, but at least it's counter draw. Memory Deluge, having the 2 is working out. Union of the 3rd Path is definitely coming the clutch for us. Devastating Mastery is really good. We have these ways of exiling graveyards, and we need all 3 of those ways. We need more, honestly. But we also need to make room somehow. We need to make room somehow for another sweeper. I like the 4 Fragment Reality. So I think what we're probably going to end up doing probably come down on the No More Lies, which I don't really want to do either. This is so tough. Alright. And this, of course, is a sweeper. Destroy all, and we need that in there. But we also need another one of these. Another Supreme Verdict would go a long way. Let's get off a craft here. Let's take out... I guess we could go to 3 on Fragment Reality. It seems like that's kind of what we have to do to make room, is kind of run 3 and 2 of everything. Alright. Let's run with it. I feel like an extra sweeper is just what the doctor ordered. Historic ranked. Let's go ahead and play one more. Let's go ahead and finish off this stream. What do you guys say? It's getting pretty late for me. We're a little bit over 2 hours here. 2 hours and 15 minutes as of right now. Rats folk are self-reliant loners. Mercy. How mercy. Lord have mercy. Heavens to Betsy. If we had... Gosh, why? Decent. 2 lands. 2 lands. Mulligan. Good. So, do we want the counter exile, or do we want the counter... You know what? Fateful Absence it is, I guess. And that could be a big mistake. What else are we gonna do? Hey, it's my favorite dragon! What's up, buddy? How are you doing tonight? Very nice. Bumblebee Tuna. Pleasure to meet ya. Cool non-interactive dragon sleeves. Start off with a tapped land. So we can play this next turn, then hold up this thing. And this thing. Sure. I'll consider with you. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh no. Oh no. Our lives are over. We've got, is it aggro? Yes it is. And is it a pain in the butt? Yes it is. I don't like it, so we're not going to have it. We're gonna have to take a damage though, but we're going to counter it. We're gonna get that jazz out of here, because we don't like it. We're not fans of jazz. You can't make us be. Hornsby. Oh no. Fair enough. So this would need to be, it doesn't really matter, does it? We'd have to have 2 white and a blue. Either way. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this. Really? I didn't think there was going to be a whole lot. I really wasn't expecting Symmetry Sage for whatever reason, which I knew it was coming. I just looked at an Is It Historic deck list earlier. And of course, like, why wasn't I expecting Symmetry Sage? Let's get rid of this too. Okay, we're down to 12 life. That is wonderful. Okay. Well, we're not gonna just all willy-nilly go ahead and draw, because we want them to think that we have interaction. So 3, sure. Of course, they're thinking now, well, why didn't he counter that if he was going to counter something? They keep cards out of my hand, and that's a very good question. Prowess. Sure. You have a way to give this guy haste? You got, yep, you sure do. Yep. Alright, and that's exactly what I was worried about. I don't really want to Divine Purge, but, I mean, it could be beneficial. Union of the Third Path, where you at, my friend? Okay, so if this is a burn spell, ugh, we're done. We're done skis. If we play this, we're taking a damage. If we play this, we're taking a damage. If we try to put this in untapped, we're dead. Hollow Storm Giants and Supreme Verdict. Auto pay. So if they have Burn Spell, or if they have Slick Shot, or a creature at all. Yeah. Good job, Mono Red. Sorry, Mono Red. Alright. So again, we're gonna end the stream on a win. We lost the past couple of games. We have the removal. Fragment Reality wasn't really our best friend that game. But of course, like, there's, what else is there? Path to Exile, which we only have one copy currently. Is Sword to Plowshares legal? I doubt it. Yeah. Not legal in Historic. But we do have Path to Exile. It does give our opponent, you know, a land. This is just a lot more versatile. Fateful Absence, of course. We do see a good amount of Planeswalkers. And so between like 3 Fateful Absence and the Devastating Mastery, we can get rid of Planeswalkers, which is great. And Get Lost, I don't know. I still battle back and forth on that one, if I should put Get Lost in, just because it has the versatility of being able to destroy an enchantment as well. I just do not like the map tokens. Having them draw a card, I don't like that either, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're both bad, either way you go about it. Because with the map tokens, they can essentially draw 2 lands off the top of their deck to get through the lands, whereas, you know, at least you're only getting through 1 card with Fateful Absence. It is a guaranteed card draw, so is Get Lost. Well, the map tokens are, it's either a pump or you're drawing cards, right? So, I don't know. I mean, we really need, like, faster ways to win. That's something that we really need. Let's jump into the other one, guys. I'm gonna work on this though. Yummy. Well, at least we have this. So I think we're gonna go ahead and keep what we've got. Gotta start off with the Restless Anchorage. That is a given. Gigantha, the Wellspring. 4, and then either green or red. Companion, no card in your starting deck has more than one of the same mana symbol in its cost. Really? Well, we got the land anyways, so that's cool. We have a blue source that doesn't deal damage to us. We can have a white source that doesn't deal damage to us. Then throw this down. And with all this and this, I think we're going to be okay for at least a little while. And we can tear this down. I mean, it's just so much fun. I mean, the opponent's going, what else are we going to do? We can talk about the weather. What you say? We could just go ahead and exile this, but we could do this and then hold these up. I think that's a better play. So we'll let that one happen. This does have prowess. Okay. Gonna target it with something. 2 damage. And then make this 3. There we go. That was a little bit better. Didn't exactly go as I had planned it, but we were ready for it either way. Okay, go ahead. Does this break apart anymore? Okay, we have... It's gonna become 3 regardless. Get rid of their draw ability there. Let's go another turn. Okay, they're definitely going to play something. Another one? Sure. You know, I mean, I could return that to their hand just to be annoying, but I kind of want to do this. So we'll let it resolve. Because we're going to do it either way. Boom. Now everything in their hand costs 3. Well, at least on this side. How about now? Get another body down, because we'd still have the 5 to cast 3 steps. So do that. Okay, so we want the field. We also have the demolition. Get rid of the planes. That's a good draw. So I think we could just go ahead and attack in. Possibly. There we go. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We definitely don't want to do that. That would be terrible. Again, with the Dread Horde. Very persistent. Ooh. That's awesome. Whenever it attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card of mana value less or equal to Dread Horde Arcanist's power. from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. So, it costs 4 to activate this. I don't really want to waste this either. And we need to get cards in our hand for this. But let's just take it off the board. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but, you know. Dread Horde is kind of annoying. Sure. Yep. Sleight of hand. So, creatures you control get +1 and trample. Well, that's good news. As long as we don't have any haste coming from our opponent, we're in okay shape. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, pass the turn. Guess we're gonna have to take a pain here, unfortunately. Get rid of that thing. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Don't wanna see your face no more, no more, no more, no more. Mijou Soska Magic. Yes, please. Use up a spell, please do. That works. Okay. So this one, we got Soul Scar back here. Cost 3. 5. And whatever that is. Whatever they draw. It would be nice to be able to wait. Let's see what we get. Alright, let's see if they play a couple more things. Let's get a land down here. Might as well. If we can hit another draw spot, and this is why Memory Deluge is so important. And right now, like, Silver Scrutiny would be huge. Just, you know, something. At least one more additional copy. But of course we have Union of the Third Path taking up a couple of slots because gaining life is just as important. Comes into play tapped, which is perfect. You gotta love it. So it's like a double whammy. Exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 3 or less. 2 more to cast, and this permanent enters tapped. So great against. I mean, it's also nice to permanently be able to get rid of, their creatures in play, but it's not a bad card by any means. So what do we want to get rid of? We can get rid of all of these. Of course, we'd go back down to 7 life. We've only seen one. Okay, well, Soulscar Mage is over there. We've got one in play. Alright. It's definitely not how I want to tap for it. So white. This. And this. Buy ourselves a little bit more time. Okay, so this one costs 4, this one costs 5, this one costs 5. Let's go ahead and activate. Okay. Then Soulscar Mage, Battle Captain. Dread Horde or Symmetry Sage. I still want to get rid of one of those. Might as well go ahead and crack this too. Okay. So at least we knew, or at least we got through the top card, which was a land. So if they're going to play one of the, I mean, hopefully they didn't draw anything good. I should have taken it out. I knew I should have taken it out. Okay. To play with fire. Wizard's Lightning would be another one that I would love to get rid of. I really don't want this one to sit here, because they have 2 more cards in hand. Excuse me. And have 2 more cards in hand, and I really don't want to waste this. And I don't want to lose my win condition that we've got here. Let's just go ahead and take it out. Flames of Anor. Target player draws 2 cards. Can't do anything to stop that. Okay, now they have 5. Din. Okay. Actually, let's let that resolve. And let's see. Whenever this creature attacks. No. Can't be letting that happen. Here we go. So we could use some life and another win condition. I mean, we could use all of this. This would be so nice if we could just keep all of it. This scries, this draws. I think we need the counterspell for sure. And it would be nice to gain some life. Okay, let's pass the turn. Let's counter that. Get this guy into play. Draw. And we'll scry. We'll put that on the bottom. Keep Fateful Absence on top. We can attack for 5. But we could also keep these, or keep this up, keep this untapped just in case, and draw some cards if they don't do anything. So this attack in. And now, next turn is lethal if they can't get anything in play. Okay, yep. I think we got this one. Soulscar Mage. Okay. Three damage to target creature. Sure. Okay, I'm passing the turn here. Cool. Let's see. take this. And we can throw that down. Also use, well, no, because, let's see. Mana value less than, right? With lesser mana value. Okay, okay. So we could also do this. Oh, that's good. So yeah, let's activate this. And there we go. Well, that was an epic game, guys. All those games tonight had me really really just like stern sitting here. They were all pretty intense. Ended up not really gaining anything, you know, as far as range, just kind of going back and forth here, but still trying to figure out blue-white control to see what the best build is. Thank you guys again for joining with me or watching the video. If you're new to the channel, don't worry, I am fairly new as well. The last season, last month, that was my first time streaming, as I'm sure you're well aware if you found me. But anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow if you're on Kick. I do appreciate, you know, any feedback, you know, and so don't hesitate to drop a comment. But anyways, I'm gonna keep working and make another couple of decks for Historic. And again, thank you guys so much for all your support, and I hope you have a good night.